Margie, I've got to get to the office. Where's this big surprise you've got for me?
Coming right up, Dad. Are you ready?
Come on, I'm ready.
Yodelady, yodelady. Get 'em up, Father. I'll fill you so full of lead you'll ride for 87 years without refilling. Well, how do you like it?
Oh, it's swell, baby. But I've been meaning to tell you, I'm afraid we can't go to that dude ranch.
But, Dad, you said we were going. It was definite.
I know, honey. But things are a little grim at the office right now.
But we've got to go. I've got my new outfit and everything.
I'm sorry, Margie, but Mr. Honeywell thinks I should stick around. Investors used to be happy if you showed them a profit. Now you've got to run a celebrity service on the side. You haven't got a Grand Duke or a Lady Bullfighter up your sleeve, have you?
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's that new Conway Staub investment outfit. Every time one of our big clients comes up for renewal, they dig up some famous personality to impress him, throw a fancy shindig, and poof, there goes another Honeywell Todd account.
Great. A couple of accounts go poof, and our week at the ranch has to go poof.
Well, more than just a couple, honey. That's the trouble. And the Stegmuller business comes up for renewal this week.
Mrs. Stegmuller? Well, she's one of your biggest accounts.
Yes, and just the type to be swayed by one of Conway and Staub's big names. If we lose that account, it'll be the poof to end all poofs. That dude ranch will be there next year. Maybe we can go then. Oh, good morning, Mrs. Odette.
Morning, Mr. Albright. Morning, Margie.
Good morning.
What's the matter, Margie? Something wrong?
Yes, poof.
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 Oh, poof.
Ginny! Hiya, Margie, honey. I'm getting my vitamin D the hard way. I haven't seen you for so long, I thought you'd given up and gone back to Alabama.
Oh, not even a little bit of it. Little old Ginny just kept on feuding away at those stage producers. And finally, I've got something.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks, Margie, honey. Of course, you're going to have to help me. Well, how can I help you? Remember how you used to fun me about my accent?
Well, honey, child, I never fun you about your little old accent. Not even one little old bit of it.
Well, of course, I've lost most of my accent now. But I'm glad you can still sound like I used to. 'Cause that's what you've got to do for me.
What?
This morning, I got a telegram from my daddy. He wants me to go meet an old friend of the family who's arriving today from Europe. You know, Southern hospitality. But I gotta start rehearsing for my first part in one of the biggest little only shows in town. So all I want you to do is go and meet this gentleman at the hotel and make like you're me.
But, Ginny, I couldn't fool anybody. I don't look like you.
Oh, that don't matter, Margie, honey. Oh, Mr. Bronchetti hasn't seen me for nearly 10 years. I was just a little old child.
Did you say Bronchetti? Your godfather, the man you used to talk about in school?
That's him, Daddy's buddy chum, ever since the First World War.
Anthony Bronchetti, famous Italian opera star.
Oh, Margie, honey, I knew I could count on you.
You just happened to catch me at the right time. When things go poof, get yourself a famous Italian opera star. That's what I always think. But, Ginny, what if he asks me questions about the old plantation?
Nah, honey, don't get the idea I knew I could talk you into it. But on the way over, I just happened to jot down some of my family history.
Well, Ginny, I can't pull this out every time he asks me a question.
Silly. Remember how some of the kids at school used to get ready for exams? That's the way, honey. When I graduated, it took me 2 months to get the ink off my fingers. Hello, Mr. Bronchetti. Remember little old me?
Un momento. Ginny Clark.
That's me, sir.
Come in, darling. Your papa sent me telegram, say that you come to see me. Oh, cara mia, è tanto tempo che non ti vedo. You just grow big. Don't change a little bit from the last time I saw you. I couldn't recognize you anytime, any place. How's that for a memory, huh?
That's a right big little old memory.
And how's everything at the home? Papa, all right, fine. And Uncle Walter.
Uncle Walter?
He's fine, too.
Still has the same old hobby, huh?
Hobby? Hobby? Why don't you ask me how old he is? I could tell you how old he is.
You always like it to play the little joke.
If you don't ask the right questions, this could turn into a little old riot.
I still have a little picture that your papa took when you were a little girl. Eccolo là. You, me, and little Curly. How is little Curly now big?
Are you right sure that's his name?
Of course. Little Curly used to be at the next door.
Oh, that Curly. Oh, he's all grown up going to college.
College? You mean this Curly goes to college?
He's not taking a course, nothing like that. Something about Curly's little fleas. The professors are studying them. Some new variety. Curly's just loaded with them.
Oh, that's different. Say, how's about tonight? You come back and we have a nice dinner together, huh?
Well, shut my mouth.
If you shut the mouth, how's they gonna eat?
I just meant I've been counting on having dinner with you all.
Oh?
I have some friends that's dying to meet you. Could you have dinner with them? A little party afterwards? Doesn't that sound nice?
Well, yes, except that I had to see my American manager. But I know what I'm going to do. I'll invite her here for a dinner. We talk the business. Then you come here and we go to the party. Hokey dokey, hokey dokey. Huh?
That is wonderful. Will you be ready at 8? I'll pick you up in my car.
That's fine. That's fine.
What are you going to do? Sit still and let Conway and Stop take all our accounts?
Mr. Honeywell, I've told you before, I'm an investment counselor, not a booking agent. And besides, I don't know any celebrities.
Now, just a minute. Don't raise your voice to me or I'll call Mr. Todd in. You'll have 2 of us on you.
Well, what am I supposed to do, call up a lot of movie stars?
Time out.
Margie, we're in no mood for kidding around. Come back later.
No, Margie, you stay and kid around. Then there'll be 2 of you who are very good at kidding around.
Mr. Honeywell, now you listen to me.
Sit down. You too.
Margie, I said for you to come back later.
I come in here with the answer to your problem and you tell me to go. Well, so long.
What do you mean the answer to our problem?
Yes, Margie, dear. Now, what's on your pretty little mind?
Go back and sit down. Both of you.
Yes,
Daddy, this is Miss Albright. Get Mrs. Stegmuller for me, will you?
yes, Miss Albright.
Margie, what are you doing?
Things are bad enough. Now, don't start clowning around with Mrs. Stegmuller.
Relax, gentlemen, relax.
Margie, give me that phone.
Go ahead, Miss Albright.
Hello? Miss Albright's daughter.
My father's giving a little party tonight at our place.
My father placed your name at the top of the list because he was sure you'd want to meet his guest of honor, Mr. Anthony Bronchetti. Well, how wonderful. Fine. See you tonight, Mrs. Stegmuller. Bye.
Honey, you've played tricks on me before, but this one can ruin me.
And me. And Mr. Todd, too.
Gentlemen, I've just come from Mr. Bronchetti's hotel, and I assure you he'll be at our place tonight.
Oh, baby, how did you ever do it?
Well, it doesn't matter how I did it. I'll say this for it, it was almost ethical. Oh, Dad, when Mr. Bronchetti arrives tonight, we'll be playing sort of a game.
A game? What kind of a game?
It's called Just Don't Ask Any Questions. When he calls me Ginya and I talk Southern, and you'll get your renewal, and I'll get to go to the dude ranch.
Tom, my old friend Tom. How's it come you here? You're supposed to be at home in Alabama.
Well, after I wired Ginny to meet you, I got thinking how long it had been, and, well, so I just got myself on a plane, and here I am.
You certainly surprised me. Tony, your daughter was here as you told her. She's a very nice girl. She's coming back tonight to take me to a party.
Well, I called her apartment, but I didn't get an answer. I'm right glad to know she came to see you.
I tell you what, Tom, you stay, and when she come back, you jump out and give her a big surprise. Then we all go to the party. Hokey dokey, hokey dokey.
Well, now, sir, that sounds like a right smart idea.
She's going to get a very big kick out of this. You hide in there, huh?
My car's down in front. You're all ready, aren't you?
I'm all ready. But first I have a little surprise for you that's gonna knock you over.
Well, if there's anything I just adore, it's a little old surprise. What is it?
Un momento, you know it right away. Hokey dokey, come out. And hokey dokey, turn around.
I'm pleased to meet you, sir. Who is this gentleman? What's the surprise?
Christopher Columba. Everybody wanted to play the gag on me today. Go on, give it a bigger kiss to Papa.
I'm not happy to see you, Papa. I'll see you gentlemen in about 50 years.
Now, you just hold on in, young lady. This here girl's not my daughter.
Not your daughter.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bronchetti. I didn't mean any harm. But please don't ask me any questions. I'm in enough trouble without getting in the middle between you and Ginny.
Well, where's my daughter? What's the meaning of this?
I know. All of the time she's no genius. She no look like her at all.
Well, I'm going over to where my daughter lives. Whatever's going on here, I aim to get to the bottom of it.
I go with you. At the least I will know why this little dog goes to college.
Mrs. Stegmiller, come right in. Let me take your wrap.
Thank you. This promises to be so exciting, Mr. Albright. Has he arrived yet?
He'll be here shortly. My daughter's driving him over from the hotel. Please go right in. Mr. Honeywell will introduce you to the other guests. Hello?
Dad, I've got to tell you something. What?
Mrs. Stegmiller just arrived. She's all agog about meeting Mr. Bronchetti, so hurry him over as fast as you can.
She's already there?
Mr. Honeywell's here, too, with a couple of other clients he brought along. Margie, baby, you've made me the happiest father in the world. And now, what is it you want to tell me?
I wanted to tell you that Mr. Bronchetti he won't be there at exactly 8:30. We got tied up in some traffic and had a blowout and some other things.
That's okay, baby. Just get here as quickly as possible. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Oh, hello, Margie, dear.
I'm in an awful jam. I tried to unpoof the poof, and now the unpoof is poofed, and... Oh, Mrs. Odette, do you think somehow we could fix me up to look like a 200-pound baritone opera singer?
Oh, that sounds like fun. Uh-huh. You get the clothes, and I'll dash over to the war surplus store and find something to stuff you with. What? A bald wig and a mustache?
What? They might ask me to sing. I never thought of that. Well, just in case, get Bronchetti's record, Funiculi Funicula. I know that one well. And we'll play it on my small Victrola near the terrace door.
Oh, mercy me, this is going to be a ball. Now, put this on.
But the pants, they're 10 sizes too big.
But that's what we have this for.
What is that?
I don't know what they call it, but the storeman said that if you just press this valve, it blows up all by itself.
Oh? Here. You got it?
Yes.
Would you like another cocktail, Mrs. Stegmiller?
No, thank you.
Excuse me. Now, Mr. Stegmiller, if you renew with us, I promise you the service we will
Really,
get.
Mr. Honeywell, I'm not here to discuss business. Are you sure Mr. Bronchetti's coming?
Oh, as I said before, Mrs. Stegmiller, my daughter phoned that they'd been delayed.
Now, as I was saying...
Oh, here they are now. Excuse me. Welcome, Mr. Bronchetti.
How do you do, Mr. Albright? Oh, your daughter, she not be here till much later. That the car of hers at the stall, and this nice neighbor pick me up.
And that, I think, takes care of the explanation as to my being here.
Nice lady. Say, Mr. Albright, I think I make a good suggestion for the day. Why you don't buy your daughter a nice new car? She's an awfully good gift.
Maybe I'll do just that. Come, I get the right to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to present Mr. Anthony Branchetti. I have one guest who is especially interested in meeting you. Mrs. Stegmuller, may I present Mr. Anthony Branchetti.
How do you do, Mr. Branchetti?
I'm happy to meet a fine lady who deals with a good firm like a Honeywell and Tom.
Yeah, I'm Honeywell.
Come with me, you fine lady. I want to steal you away all for myself.
Pardon my being personal, Mr. Branchetti, but your speaking voice seems so much higher than your singing voice.
Oh, yes. So that's the most interesting thing.
Well, what's the reason?
Some people have what you call two voices, no? Like you Charlie McCarthy.
What an interesting decoration. May I?
Of course.
Why, it's exquisite.
I'm glad you like it. Scusami un momento.
Everything all right, Mr. Branchetti?
Just fine, just fine.
Oh, Mr. Branchetti.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't put it off a moment longer. I just must ask you to sing.
Oh, Mrs. Stegmuller, please. My voice is not so good tonight.
Oh, you're being modest. Friends, how would you like to have Mr. Branchetti sing for you?
I have no music, Mrs. Stegmuller.
Oh, my goodness, I never thought of that.
Do something all right. Don't let her be disappointed.
Couldn't you do just a little something without music?
Mr. Branchetti, we have quite a few classical records here. I'll put the music on the Victrola and you do the singing. I'll see what we have.
Please, Mr. Albright, surely there must be somebody here who plays the piano. You play the piano, see?
Oh, yes, a little. I'm glad to. A real honor. Records on the machine. Oh, this is going to be so thrilling.
Shall we sit down?
What'll it be, Mr. Branchetti? Something like funicular?
Oh, that's a fine. I always like to sing near the balcony. I like lots of fresh air when I sing.
Stasera mina mia connotato te lo dirò Colato per rispetto un bene curato io non più Colato c'è citato in da pioggi i maschi sta in vanno scroti a raguidar Lesti, diamant jam sulla Lesti un bene curato io non più Colato concetti il fatto
Oh, Margie!
Hi, Dad. What's new?
Oh, Faith, I've never been so insulted in my life.
Honest, Mr. Stegmiller, my father didn't know anything about this.
I didn't know anything about it either. Neither did Mr. Todd.
Fetch my wrap. I'm leaving at once.
Oh, Mrs. Stegmiller, please.
Oh, Margie, honey, we thought y'all might be in trouble and needed help.
We all come to tell. Ginny has explained. Why you dress this way?
I was just trying to help. I was just trying to help my father get a big account, and the whole thing blew up.
Blew up, huh?
Now, please, listen to me, Mrs. Stegmiller. My daughter just does these things.
You've made a fool of me. I'll never do business with you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, and Mrs. Stegmiller, may I present the real, live, genuine, in the flesh, Mr. Anthony Bronchetti.
Don't worry, lady, that's mine. Ah, me la vedo bella ricorre per il marito, io con la scusante.
Margie, how did you ever manage it?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. All I can say is, come stai?
Come stai? What does that mean?
I don't know what it means, but right now anything in Italian sounds awfully good to me.